I recently got a few things from the new Profusion summer collection. I bought these things myself at Target and I just haven't had a chance to dig in and use any of this stuff yet. So I'm really excited to try it now, and I just thought it would be fun to do a look with some of these new things today. As is typical, I'm going to do my eyes first, and I'm going to be using the, okay, let's see if I can get it in the middle of this ring light here. This is the Siennas palette. Obviously full of some beautiful warm-toned eyeshadows. I'm not going to do anything particularly revolutionary with my eyeshadow today because I have a bold lip color that I want to use, but I think these warm tones will be beautiful with that lip color. So I've already set my eyes with the Milani eyeshadow primer, and I'll start with this matte cream shade called Polite to set that primer and help things to blend. And I'm just going to be showing the application on one eye. I don't know why I hadn't thought about that before. Hopefully it will save some time since my videos can tend to be on the longer side. Starting with the shade Oasis, I'm going to blend that into my crease and up onto the hood of my eye. And as I often do, wing it up towards my eyebrow. And now I've got a hideous little red spot here from plucking out about, I don't know, 6 or so unwanted eyebrow hairs. What are eyebrow hairs doing right here? I'm hoping that redness will fade away. It's looking really funky on that side. But now moving to the color right next door, this is Daring. I'm going to take this into the deepest part of my crease, trying not to blend as high as I did with the transition shade. So just really focusing this in my crease and all the way into my inner corner. Moving on to an even deeper shade. This is Groovy, a nice dark brown. I'm going to stamp on the color with this brush first, just tap it all over to get most of the pigment off of the brush, and then swirl the brush in circular motions. Kind of leaving the brush on my skin. I'm not picking it up, I'm just setting it there and swirling it and letting the little bristles do the blending. Mostly keeping this to the outer corner, not bringing too much depth to the inner part of my eye. Now for a little bit of shimmer, going in with Tickled. I'm packing this all over the blank space that doesn't have any eyeshadow yet. So this is basically taking up the first 3/4 of the eyelid, just meeting over to the edge to the outer corner, deep brown. Grabbing my blending brush to smooth out those shimmery edges. And sometimes after I put on the shimmer, I find I need a little bit more depth in my outer corner, because sometimes I'll drag the shimmer over a little too far, so just trying to make the outer corner in particular pretty matte. I cleaned up a very minimal amount of fallout, so now I'm going to move on to a little bit of primer. That's too bright, you can't see that. This is the Urban Decay Optical Illusion Complexion Primer. This is supposed to be like a blurring, pore filling kind of thing, and I could definitely use some pore blurring. It's one of my biggest skin issues is texture. I need to stop using my middle finger to do everything, constantly flipping everybody off. So just gonna smooth this over the areas in my face with the largest pores and the most texture. You know, it's not really doing too much at the moment. Normally I have better luck with this, and I think I know why. My skin is a little too moisturized for this right now, I think. I did a mask earlier and then put some moisturizer on earlier. I put an oil on earlier actually, and my skin is still pretty slick from that, so I think this kind of just sliding around more than it normally would. But, oh well. I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Photofocus Concealer under my eyes. I'm defining a little bit of the shape on this corner with the concealer. I want it to go kind of at this upwards angle, but I don't want it to look super sharp, so just kind of stippling around those edges to get it to be soft. I don't want to wear any foundation today, so I'm just going to conceal a couple spots first with this Anastasia Beverly Hills concealer in 0.75. Put some on my hand so I don't have to dip a dirty brush in there over and over, and just get a few of these spots under control. And blend out those spots with my finger, which sometimes can take away too much coverage, so I kind of go back and forth. I'm going to set my whole face with this Wet n Wild Photofocus powder, focusing first on the spots I concealed, just tapping over so I don't rub all the concealer off. Where did I conceal? And then just using a pretty liberal amount of this and just really putting it all over, hoping that it's got enough of a tint to just even my skin out a little bit. Since I'm doing such a warm look today, I'm going to use a little bit of bronzer. This is the Physicians Formula BB bronzer, just with the same powder brush. Maybe it's just the lights, but just feeling a little flat. And I forgot to set my under eyes, so I'll use that same Wet n Wild Photofocus powder under there too. And moving on to another one of the newer Profusion products. This is the Luminizer 1 palette. So 5 highlighters in this palette. And I think I'm going to use this first shade Lightning, which looks like a white with kind of a gold shift. Oh, that was intense. Why do I act surprised every time that happens? Highlighters nowadays are intense. Oh my gosh. What have I done? Okay, let's buff the hell out of this because it's no joke. That is a significant amount of highlighter I've just applied to my skin. So now to go on to blushes, one of my favorite blushes, neutral blushes for warm looks. This is Urban Decay's Video. I think this is sadly discontinued. That's a real bummer. I love this blush. I've been experimenting with doing blush after highlighter because I tend to go nuts with highlighter and I get it all up in here, which is fine. It looks pretty, but I've got a lot of texture there. And so I feel like if I get that on first and then go over with my matte blush, maybe that'll calm it down a little bit and kind of mesh it all together, so maybe I can pull off a little bit of glow in that area. I may as well do my eyebrows and get them over with. I'm just going to use the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara in the shade Chocolate. I love this brow mascara. I recently featured a tube of this in my empties video. That should be up already. I'll link it if it is, but I mean, that's so much better. And it's just this product. I didn't use any pencil or pomade or anything. I just love it. Now to finish up the eye makeup, going back in with that dark brown shade here, Groovy, just on a little angle brush. I'm really gonna try to keep this focused on the very outer third of my lower lash line. I feel like my lower lash line is so finicky with eyeshadow. It either looks best with absolutely nothing or, you know, full on like smoked out eyeshadow. But even that I feel like has been looking funky lately. And I just feel like doing it like this has been the most flattering for my eyes lately. And I really like the shape it creates. And then just really lightly blend over that. I'm also going to highlight under my eyebrow with Polite. That was the very first matte cream shade that I used to set my eye primer earlier. For a little pop on the inner corner, I'm going to use Exclusive, just right on the tear duct area. We're just about done. It's time for a lip color. I just put on some mascara. This is the Essence Lash Princess Volume Mascara. I use this on my upper lashes, and then for my lower lashes I use the Wet n Wild Megaslim Skinny Mascara. And for my lip color today, this is the last Profusion item in this video. This is the Lips to Go kit in the shade Passion. So it has a matte liquid lipstick, a lip liner, and a lip gloss. Onto the matte liquid lipstick. Got a little doe foot with a curve in it. This is a gorgeous color. I think red is my favorite lip color ever. I like warm reds, blue-based reds. Red, I love it. This is a really amazing color. So here's what the color looks like matte. But to amp it up a little bit, I'm going to try the gloss over top as well. And here's the final look. Thank you so much for watching this video and for being here. It was really fun to be back doing a makeup tutorial, a makeup look. I hadn't done one in quite some time. So appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.